What's good, everybody? I'm out here in Nashville, Tennessee. I come out here about once or twice a year. I hook up with my friend Nick Brown from the band Mona. We go way back, so I come out here, relax, and work on some music, man. And it's got a beautiful property out here. Right here is Zion Noise Recordings. So take you a little walk through the studio and kind of explain how we mesh together when it comes to my workflow and his workflow.
Oh, what's happening?
What's up, man?
Just finishing easy puzzles, you know. Hey guys, I'm Nick Brown. I'm a lead singer and producer of a band called Mona. I've been friends with Marcus for several years now. We are combining today the digital world of just beat making, also with the analog world of a rock and roll band. So obviously right here we got shout out to Native Instruments, controller. We often start in Machine and finish out in Pro Tools. In the world of analog, we have 32 analog preamps, everything from Manley to Neve to Chandler, two 16x16s, and we're going into a Mac trash can. We have a 251, two mic, some guitars, everything from semi-hollow to some SGs, some Jazz Masters. So here we got a Magic 8 ball. So I would decide everything. Is Marcus still my friend? Looking good. DW kit, a few amps, but let's get into the workflow discussion.
So most of you guys know I use Native Instruments hardware for pretty much everything that I do, and my genre of music is more based around hip hop. But we both have been using Native Instruments for quite some time now, and our workflows, even though we're using the same equipment, we achieve completely different sounds. So I want to talk about Nick's workflow and how he structures his songs, kind of go through his process before integrating with the band. He starts off with NI first.
Basically, I use Native Instruments because the workflow and the way you can apply it to any genre is, to me, second to none. Like Marcus has said, and you've seen him do multiple times, you can do a song from start to finish with the NI tools. With what I do, being in an alternative band and producing, living in Nashville, touching everything from country to pop to alternative, a lot of times it's the greatest songwriting duo is an individual by themselves and Machine. If you want to get a skeleton for idea, whether it's a piano line, whether it's a drum kit or a loop, what happens 99.9% of the time, I'm still keeping that. Even if I go through and layer a guitar line over a synth melody, I'm keeping that original synth melody because the tones have such character and personality, and it's you know, even though there are presets, there's such a fingerprint that you can put on every sound. So I get attached to the sounds, and even if I come through and lay real drums, I miss, you know, something about it. So my world kind of is blending constantly real and fake, and I actually like to make fake sounds sound real and real sounds sound fake. And that's kind of it. You know, lots of times when writing, it's a piano line, and you know, I write probably differently than a lot of Nashville people or rock people, where I'm still very loop based. I think that's where, growing up, Marcus and I, a lot of it is get a beat as fast as possible because you got friends in the room, and you know, people are wanting to battle and freestyle, or just wanting to sing a melody and capture it as fast as possible. Now with these kind of tools, you can do that instantly, and then in the setting of a studio, not only can you do that instantly, but you could track an entire band and have a vocal laid down, and you have a 3-minute pop song or rock song faster than any time in music history. So with Mona, my main band that I sing and write and produce for, a lot of times it's just me by myself, and then I come with an idea that I've done a Machine and the band layers to it. We just did an EP last year called the In the Middle EP, and 100% of those songs are full of Native Instruments, and all the nucleuses of those songs were recorded on Machine. We have a new album coming out this year, a single that's already out. It sounds like a rock song, a little bit of like a throwback, old school vibe, kind of like the Strokes or that thing, and you would never assume that there's a lot of synthetic instruments on it, but there's a ton of NI sounds on there. But one of the things I love about Machine is, you know, the expansion packs of kind of getting a different personality with the click of a button. Being in a traditional rock band with bass, guitar, drums, vocals, keys, that without throwing some creative bombs in the mix can get very predictable. So there's several songs that, you know, I have some go-to, whether it's, you know, old school feels like Marble Rims or some of the newer stuff with the you know, Sierra Groove, the London Grit. All of those things are taken away from their kind of not intended but assumed genre and kind of applied in a different way. And I think that's the thing that is amazing about Marcus. Everyone knows when you're shooting a video, you do what? Turn off your cell phone. Okay, so for the EP, we had a single called In the Middle, and the entire intro is Machine. The thing that's kind of cool about that is the intro, except for one guitar, is fake. But by the first verse, you're talking all real instruments into analog, and tone-wise, you can't really tell the jerk. So back in the day, it was a lot tougher to blend sounds because the argument of analog being warmer and more real and blah, blah, blah. And I think now technology has finally caught up.
Everybody waits in line all that time. Lose your mind. La 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 la. It's us, baby. La 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 la. Versus them again. Breathing, breathe out. Everybody.
So that's a song called Us and Them. You can tell at the beginning it's a very, very simple beat. And then we built instruments around it, and it basically ends up sounding like this.
So we worked on a track together, and basically I'll walk you through some of that beat creation. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take, you know, the beat, and he's gonna take the beat, and we're both gonna interpret it in our own ways and kind of see what we come up with. So you guys will be able to see that maybe later on down the line, but you know, you'll see the shell of what we start with, and you'll probably end up seeing my finished product before his, but when he sends it to me, then I'll let you guys hear it, just so you guys can see like how powerful Native Instruments is and blending genres, and we can use the same tools but come up with different sounds, different types of music through our own creativity. So that's the power of Machine and the power of Native Instruments, and that's why I love all of their stuff.
Thanks guys for coming by for a hang, and like Marcus said, we'll have these songs for you, and you get to see two different genres. Until then, keep following Marcus for all his knowledge, and
plug yourself. Plug yourself,
whatever, man.
What's your channel?
Whatever, man. I don't know yet. we didn't do that.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out for him. We're gonna start him a channel. He's gonna start posting stuff so you can see his workflow. Because obviously being in a band is different than being a one-man band.
And then like right there, it looks like there's like a knot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hawk's nest. You can see it all the way from here.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. A hawk landed and was like this, wings expanded. You're like, and I'm in the mower, so I'm just like trying to go towards it, and it just keeps going towards me. I'm like, they are big.